scored the try that broke the record. What was going through your mind?
So let's talk about a record that stood for nearly 60 years. A moment of pure, raw sporting magic that sent thousands of fans into an absolute frenzy. In this explainer, we're going to break down the night Alex Johnston didn't just chase history, he caught it, and became Rugby League's undisputed king of tries. It all led to this. Just look at it. Pure, joyous pandemonium. Thousands of fans just flooding the field. Not in protest, but in absolute celebration. Now, in today's world of tight security, this is a sight we pretty much never get to see. It's that raw, unfiltered connection between a player and the fans. So what on earth could have caused it? I mean, really, what kind of achievement is so massive that it makes thousands of people completely ignore stadium security and the very real threat of a $5,500 fine? Well, the answer lies in the hunt for a milestone that most people thought would just never be reached again. To really get why everyone went so crazy, you first have to understand the record itself. See, Alex Johnston wasn't just chasing a number. In today's brutal, fast-paced modern game, he was basically chasing a ghost from a whole different era. A benchmark set by one of the true immortals of the sport. 57 years. Just let that sink in for a second. For 57 years, one name sat at the very top of the list. The legendary Ken Irvine. His record of 212 tries was seen as completely untouchable, a mountain that no one believed could ever be climbed again. And this is what that summit looked like before. This historic night, Alex Johnston was tied with the great Ken Irvine on 212 tries, which is an incredible feat all on its own. The entire rugby league world was just holding its breath, waiting, wondering if the impossible was about to happen. And the tension started building right from the get-go. In the first half, Johnston did what he does best, finishing off a classic South Sydney move on that left edge to score try number 212. The crowd just erupted. He'd done it, he'd equaled the record. But everyone in that stadium knew that was just the appetizer. History was now just one try away. And then, just after halftime, it happened. A single sequence of play that I promise you will be replayed for generations. This was it, the try that officially rewrote the history books. Okay, so here's how history was made, and this wasn't just some solo effort, it was a perfect team try, a signature South Sydney left side attack. It all started deep in their own half with a barnstorming run from David Fifita. He gets that crucial offload away, and the ball finds its way to superstar Latrell Mitchell. With just a little shimmy and a look, he draws in that last defender, creates the space, and floats the final pass to Johnston, who just streaked down the sideline and straight into immortality. 213. That's it. That's the new benchmark. The new record. The number that makes Alex Johnston the undisputed all-time greatest try scorer in the history of the Premiership. Of course, a moment that historic triggered an absolutely incredible wave of emotion, which naturally immediately collided head-on with the official rulebook. I mean, the emotion of the moment was so powerful, it even pulled the Prime Minister of Australia onto the field. Anthony Albanese, who's a lifelong South Span, was asked later if he was worried about getting fined. His response? It was worth it to be part of history. And honestly, that one quote just perfectly captured the mood of everyone there. But, you know, while the Prime Minister was happy to risk it, the authorities had to send a message. This official alert went out, reminding everyone that pitch invasions, even for history-making moments like this, come with a pretty hefty fine. It's that fascinating clash you see in modern sports between raw, spontaneous fan passion and very strict rules. So, right there, in the middle of this totally surreal scene, they somehow managed to have an official presentation. The NRL CEO, Andrew Abdo, paid tribute to Ken Irvine's incredible 57-year reign. Then the Prime Minister presented Johnston with the match ball. And in true Alex Johnston fashion, his speech was short, humble, and all about thanking his family, his teammates, and of course, the thousands of fans who had just mobbed him. So who is this quiet, unassuming winger at the very center of one of the game's most chaotic and joyful moments? Well, his journey to the top of this list is about as unlikely as the record itself. And hey, a special hello to all our viewers watching from Papua New Guinea. This picture really says it all. Johnston, who has proudly represented his PNG heritage, is a true icon and a role model. And you can bet his achievement was celebrated passionately, way beyond the stadium walls. His story honestly feels like something out of a movie. As a teenager, he actually had some acting ambitions, and he was literally cast to play a young Greg Inglis, one of the greatest to ever play the game, in an official NRL commercial. A few years later, he wasn't acting anymore. He was playing alongside his hero, Inglis, in a grand final winning team. And now he stands above Inglis and every other player who's ever played as the game's greatest ever finisher. It's just an incredible full circle journey. And even after achieving something so massive, his focus was immediately on the shared experience. When he later saw the footage of all the fans pouring onto the field, he was just humbled, calling it pretty special to be a part of. I mean, that's Alex Johnston in a nutshell right there. So, as the fans were eventually cleared off the field and the game somehow restarted, one thing was absolutely certain. A new king had been crowned, and a new legacy was forever cemented in rugby league folklore. The lasting image of the night, the one we'll all remember, is this one. Hoisted high up on the shoulders of his teammates, surrounded by that sea of adoring fans, just taking it all in. The humble hero finally getting his moment to just bathe in the glory of an achievement for the ages. And that, of course, leaves us with the big question. It took 57 years to break Ken Irvine's record. With years still left in his own career to push this new number even higher, is it possible that Alex Johnston has set a new benchmark that will, truly, never be broken? What do you think? Will his record ever be touched? Let us know down in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into a historic sporting moment, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more explainers. Thanks for watching.